Hey guys, it's Kyle again. Here this time we're going back to Battlefield 3, and in this video we're going to be not only showing off a weapon, but we're going to be talking about another upcoming video that I'm going to be doing for you guys. And how this video does and how the next video does will depend on some of the future videos that I do. So right here we're in Battlefield. Obviously you saw a squad deathmatch on Grand Bazaar, and this one I was trying out the F2000. I never really used this too much. I mean, I got all the way, I unlocked every single weapon for the assault class, but I really haven't played around too much with the F2000. I don't know, I just felt like the rate of fire was a little too high for me, for my liking. But for those of you guys who don't know, the F2000 is a Belgian gun. It's made by FN The gun itself actually has a huge high rate of fire, as you'll see in a minute. So right there you can see I went through 30 rounds, almost 30 rounds pretty damn quickly. Half a mag went down. But the big thing about it is it shoots a NATO round. You know, I'm not sure exactly if it takes Stanag mags, but it does take the 5.56x45 NATO round. So I mean, very common gun, I guess you could say, for the round anyway. That seems to be a very popular round because the US is the biggest proponent of it, so of course every other country and their mother is going to try to get in on it. At least the NATO countries are. But that's beside the point. So anyway, the F2000, a pretty cool looking gun, very futuristic looking. It's a bullpup design and everything's encased in it. And for those of you guys who don't know, the F2000 actually comes, standard issue anyway, is supposed to have a giant red dot on it with a big hooded red dot. Now it kind of obstructs your view a little bit, and yes, there are iron sights for it. All you have to do is take that giant red dot that was on there off. The red dot that you see in this game is not actually the red dot that you would get in real life. I mean, you could put that one on there, but it's why when it already comes with one. But what's neat about it is, even though they don't let you do it in this game, the F2000 can or does accept an underbarrel grenade launcher called an airburst. Very similar to the M320 that's in here, except the only difference is in airburst you can set the explosion distance. So I don't know if you guys have ever played Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Obviously I have, but the XM25 is an airburst gun. It's not a grenade launcher, it's an airburst launcher. What that means is there's a little computer chip inside the actual grenade, and it tracks how far it's been launched from, you know, the launcher, and it decides, depending on the user specification, it decides when to explode. So obviously for the F2000, what there is actually in that giant red dot sight there's a gauge on there, and what you would do is, I just dropped my controller, what you would do is you would set the distance to whatever you wanted to. So say there's a window and you know there's guys in there, instead of having it blow up right on the wall or on the wall behind them where it won't do a whole lot, you can set it to explode inside the room. And what that was really neat, because what they were trying to do was set it up so that everything was wired to that one gun. You didn't have to have extra computer chips or extra gear to set the distances and stuff like that. It was all right there on your gun. So you know, they kind of made one gun into 2 or 3 guns. That's not always a good thing, but it's not always a bad thing either. So right here, as you can see, there's some guys that are camping this, I wouldn't even call it a tower, it's more or less like a little cubby hole in the side of this building. But there's some guys camping on the upper floors. I just destroyed their spawn beacon. I'm going to see if I can move up and try to take them out. Now, even though I have the ACOG, there's a little motion tracker there, so that's not going to help. Even though I have the ACOG on it, it's not that great for close quarters. As you can see, it kind of zooms in a little too much. I mean, you guys might be better than I am. But, you know, what's nice is the high rate of fire. I can put a lot of rounds on target before they even get a shot off. So that's not too bad. One thing I did like about it, the F2000, is very, very accurate. I mean, the 5.56 rounds accurate. The gun itself is accurate. It actually has a full barrel length of like 16 inches. So, I mean, it's a great gun. I really suggest you guys use it, you know, once you unlock some more attachments for it or more, you know, specializations for it. Like I said, all I had at the time was an ACOG and a foregrip. So, I mean, I really hadn't used it too much by this point. But what I was trying to show off was the different things that make the gun good for this kind of game. The iron sights aren't necessarily my favorite. Right here I get a nice little streak going, but like I said, the iron sights aren't necessarily, wow, big team player there, my favorite. They're a little close to like being down in the gun, which isn't for me. I like nice open sights like the AK or the M416 has great sights for the iron sights anyway. This gun, I would probably want to say the best optics for this gun would be the holographic sight. I feel like the holographic is probably the best for medium range shooters, even close quarters, because it's a nice open sight. But I mean, again, everything's personal preference. You guys do what you want to do. You're going to do what you want to do anyway, no matter what I say. So have fun with the game. That's the biggest thing. If you're having fun with the game, it doesn't matter what you're using. You could be using the MP40, the MP44-3 Grok, or the M9. If you're getting kills and you're having fun with it, why not? If you want to jump in an Abrams tank and just, rape kids with it, I mean, hey, yeah, that's all on you. So, I mean, the F2000 is a great gun. But what I wanted to talk about now is how you guys have been showing me so much support, especially my girlfriend. Love her to death. She is the one who got me the capture card, so you guys need to give her a big thumbs up. Like the video, show her that I'm at least doing something for you guys. But besides all that, I wanted to tell you that being 19 years old, being a U.S. citizen, I fully and completely reserve my Second Amendment right to own a firearm. So with that said, I have a couple firearms already purchased being 19 years old. For those of you in the international groups, in the U.S., as soon as you turn 18, you can buy a rifle or a shotgun, a long barrel rifle or a shotgun, without needing to buy a special license or registering, something like that. They just do a background check, and you kind of, if you save up for one, as long as it's a certain barrel length, a certain cartridge, all that good stuff, you can buy one. So the first gun I bought was an M1 Garand, which is the main battle rifle for the U.S. military in World War II. I don't know how I didn't get that guy, but anyway, back to my story. So with that, it's a 30-06 round. The rounds are pretty expensive. It's a huge rifle. I think it weighs like 8 pounds, 8 or 9 pounds loaded. So I mean, you can just imagine it's a lot heavier than like an AR or something like that, or an M4. It's mostly wood. I want to say it's cherry wood. No, mine's not cherry. Mine's probably like a nice hardwood, like a nice oak or something. But anyway, so that was the first gun I bought. Obviously, not something you want to have for modern day time. You know what I mean? You can't do a whole lot customizably wise. You can't really change a whole lot on it. I mean, I guess if I really wanted to, I could go to a gunsmith and try to find a way to bring it up to modern specs, but then again, that's probably another $1,000 when I spent probably $1,000 on the rifle. So obviously none of this would be possible without you guys' support, me having a job, because obviously the channel's not making me a whole lot of money, but like I said, money's not it for me. This is all fun. I'm having fun with it. If you guys like the videos and stuff, share them. Post them on your Facebook, post them on Twitter. I have a Facebook and a Twitter, and I usually post every single one of my videos on that Facebook and Twitter. If you guys want, I'll leave links to the fan page for both Twitter and Facebook. You guys can follow me or like me on Facebook, all that good stuff. And, leave me video ideas there. Leave what you want to see there instead of putting it on the comments here. But back to what I was saying about the guns that I bought. So recently I've been shopping around. I really kind of want like an ACR or another M4 style rifle. I actually have contemplated getting an F2000. They're about $2,300 right now and still climbing. So if I want to get one, I'm kind of going to get one soon. But in the meantime, I've been shopping around and I bought what's called an L1A1 off of a friend, a family friend I should say. And for those of you guys who don't know, I mean, those of you who are Brits, you might not know what this is, but the L1A1 was, previous to the L85, was the standard issue for the British Army. And what the L1A1 is basically it's an FN FAL, but the British variant, you know. So it shoots a 308, it shoots all the same caliber, it shoots, you know, it does basically the same things. It's just the British version. The sights are all the same. So the one I have, I wanted to just talk to you guys about it, and depending on how much you guys like this video and how many comments and things you guys can leave will depend on whether or not I do some gameplay showing an FN FAL. I think the most recent game is Black Ops that I can show that in. I could go back to Modern Warfare 2. Let me know what you guys want to see, whether you'd rather see what my gun actually kind of looks like, or if you just don't care and you just want to see an FN FAL. And then here's a challenge for you guys. If I get enough views and enough likes on the gameplay video, I will show me actually going out to my local range and shooting it and showing you guys what I've found out about the gun and different things that I like and tips and tactics. I mean, I don't know, maybe I can go on a website and find some exploding targets like fpsrussia, or maybe I'll just make some human shaped targets and just show you guys if I can actually get headshots. So, you know, as always, you know, you guys, I love the support. I hope it keeps coming. You know, you guys are great. None of this really would be possible without, first of all, my girlfriend, and then secondly, you guys, because you guys are the reason I do all this stuff, you know. Also, I want to give a big shout out to iSexy and Manthony for giving me the inspiration to do this stuff. It's a lot of fun, and, you know, I can't wait to expand and do more stuff with visual effects and all that good stuff. So, as always, guys, like and favorite the video. Please subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will look out for your comments and likes. And as always, I will see you guys on the battlefield. Thanks for watching, guys.